my God, will Pulse fill up? Yes. If it accrues so much value and gets so many users, yeah, the fees will go up and you'll just get really, really rich holding Pulse watching. Oh no, more really, really rich people. Like, you can't, here's the thing. You cannot force a free market to keep things cheap, because then crappy use cases that aren't valuable will outbid useful and valuable use cases. And do you want your chain with limited capacity to be filled up with crap? No, you don't want your chain filled up with crap. You want it filled up with nice, good things. Well, then how do you know what the difference between nice and crap is? By bidding. And the people that see more value in the chain pay more to use the chain. And then your limited resource chain, through the bidding mechanism, is filled with the most valuable things that people can fill it with. And so this like socialist USSR decree that, oh, we're just going to have cheap fees forever, it doesn't work, because there's a finite amount of space and you have to allocate it to certain users. And who should you allocate it to? Those that can most afford it, because they're bidding with their money for how valuable the transaction is. So the solution to a limited resource isn't to screw around with the pricing. The solution to a limited resource is to create more of the resource. So the Ethereum chain is full. Great. Well, we're going to make one with 4 times more throughput, and it won't be full. It'll be empty, and let's go fill it up.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to another great day on Pulsechain. We've got a little bit of a breather in the market, so a big chance to maybe accumulate some more. We're going to check out the charts later on. We've got a bit of news on a couple of the projects, Coast, Bateas, and PUSD Algo, so we're going to talk about that coming up as well. Obviously the Hex Daily Stats and a few other things as well, so it's going to be a bit of fun. If you are new to the channels, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and hit the like button as well. We got Sandy Beach in the house. Hey, Sandy, good to see you. Now, Sandy posted a video of the snow, like a snow outside her house, I think it was. It looked so beautiful. Very, very nice on Sandy's channel. We got Stevie D as well. Hey, Suit Man, good to see you, Stevie D. Welcome to the chat. Ready for class, says Stevie D. Nice to see you. And we got Joey Torres as well. Hex Token channel member. Hi, all. Good to see you, Joey. Brent as well. Morning, folks. S&P making new highs. Yeah, looking pretty spectacular. We're going to start off with the stock market, so it's a good place to be. We got Harry Williams as well. Yo, yo, yo. Good to see you, Harry. And a big shout out from Sandy Beach to everybody. Wookie here is here. Never fear. Wookie is on a high. Nice one there, Wookie. And Bob Wells. Hello, everyone. Caught alive. Hey, that's good to see you back there, Bob. Great to see you could make it to the live show. We got Tin Top. What's up, Hexagons? Good to see you, Tin Top. And we got Stevie D is very happy about things at the moment, so it's pretty good. Well, let's get straight into it, folks. I hope you liked Richard's wise words of wisdom about Pulsechain ramping up over time. And I do like that video in particular. All right, let's get into it. Let's go. Stock market, man, green, green, green. Really, really green. S&P 500 jumps to the first record high in 2 years on AI optimism there. So you might be a few opportunities in the crypto AI space as well. Obviously, they've been pumping pretty nicely too. The Dow Jones is up 1% at 395 points. Unbelievable numbers at 37,863. Remember, the Dow Jones is the top 30 industrials in the United States, give or take. And the S&P 500 up 1.23%. 59 points to 4,839. So already passed last year's high target of 4,750 and on the move there. And as you see, a record in the last 2 years. So pretty amazing. Let's do the max period for the S&P 500 on the little chart there. Look at that. Wow. That is moving higher. That is looking good. Are we going to break this level? Pretty key. If we break that up and away, we would say. The Dow Jones, let's have a look at that on the chart. Yeah, a new all-time high for the Dow Jones. And, of course, the NASDAQ is up 1.7%, 255 points to 15,310. And it's not far away from making a new all-time high. So pretty exciting. Now, what's interesting about this, obviously, is the long-term rates at 4% for the 10-year. That has been kind of a cap for institutions and stuff. But the market's pushing higher, so maybe we're going to hit new territory. does feel that way for sure. The only really interesting news that we had on the economic front was that the University of Michigan's preliminary survey showed consumer sentiment improved in January to its highest level since the summer of 2021. So we're still seeing this robust consumer in the United States, still managing to hold up despite having probably spent through a lot of their savings that they had over the last couple of years. And so, yeah, we're probably having a bit of a lagged impact with those interest rates on the real economy this year. We could suddenly still get recession in mid-late next year, so this year I should say. So that is still on the table there. All right, let's jump away from that. And of course, the Fed meeting is coming up soon. Let's quickly see when that is. 1 week and 4 days and 19 hours to go to the Fed meeting, the first one of the year, 31st of January, 2 p.m. Eastern time. We're expecting a no change in the interest rate at 5.5%. We're really not expecting a pivot until May, really at the earliest. Even that's weakening off down to what we're about 85% expecting that. So people were initially talking about March. I don't see that happening, and the market started to not agree. Doesn't see that happening anymore either. 53% expecting a no change. I think that's probably what's going to happen there. And of course, so we've got May or June. Now, pretty much most of the market expecting June for sure. But in May, 85% of the market expecting a pivot as early as May. So that would be pretty interesting on that as well. So we'll keep tabs on that. Moving to crypto. Well, we had a bit of a down day yesterday for the crypto market, as you recall. But Pulsechain was pumping against the crypto market. And so that was pretty exciting to see. BTC, though, back up almost 1%, 41,732. And the dominance of Bitcoin is at 48.88% there as well. Ethereum there at the moment, $2,496, up 1%. So not too bad there on Ethereum. At the moment, BNB was green yesterday against the trend, and that is up 0.5% at $314 at the moment. That is the play. Link, a bit of a standout at the moment, up 10.5%. That's pretty much it along the board there. Everything's sort of a mixed bag at the moment, but pretty much the leaders are up and away. Having a quick look at Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin here is below the 20 EMA there, but will be no doubt above the 50. Let's have a quick look at the 50. Let me just update the chart there. Bam. Okay, now it's still below the 50 as well. So a bit of weakness there, but this might be, maybe this is as much as it's going to come back with a bit of horizontal support, obviously at 40,000, 40,500. So maybe that is the end of it. We shall see. Obviously, we've got bullish news coming up in the future with the Bitcoin halving. That is ever getting so closer, right? We're just under 3 months away. In fact, if we have a look there, we're about 86 days. So we're just counting down with that Bitcoin halving. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It is the year of the crypto, that's for sure. And even next year, it's going to be cool. All right, so let's move away from there and go to Ethereum. Ethereum there at the moment is actually looking stronger than obviously Bitcoin at the moment, because it is holding the 20 EMA, and it has bounced off that with a little hammer there. Currently at 24,090, being a high of 2,500. So Ethereum actually looking pretty good. Now, obviously, we've got the Protodank sharding testing on Goerli at the moment. So that's testing, and we've got more testing coming up this month and early February with the other two testing chains. And the target for this is what did I say? March. Yeah, March for the Protodank sharding to be fully uploaded on the mainnet. So that's going to potentially benefit Optimism and Atrium there. So two ones you could look at, including in your core portfolio, is those second layer chains, because they're the one that's going to benefit the most. So if you see any tips on those, maybe that's a good time to pick them up, right? So that's Optimism and Atrium there. I don't ARB, as we'll call it, because for some reason I just can't say the word consistently. So we'll just leave it there. But anyway, that is ticking away on Ethereum. So looking pretty good. Nice little update. That leads us into Pulsechain. So we're going to get into the results for day 252. We're going to jump straight into it. We got Pulse at the moment at 000133, down 6.84%. But man, it was on a tear yesterday, and of course the whole week been pretty much on a tear. It was just up and away. 000133, taking a breather, down 6.84%, and we're at 33% above the mean sacrifice price at the moment. So still holding up like a boss. Pulsex still has a lot of room to move. It got over 6,500, I think it was yesterday. It's down 5.5% at the moment. at quadruple 0533. And the buy and burn just doesn't care. It is going up and away there. 667.9, almost 668 billion Pulsex has been bought up and burned. 3.26% of the public supply as a gone burger, and it will never be seen again. Incentive token has been the talk of the town. It is up 19.2%, $3.20. Yesterday when I was looking at it, was like $3.66 or something. But still up 19%. And doing very well. Just hit 22 million incentive tokens in supply, and 118,000 has been burnt through the TRH protocol from Jacob's ecosystem, which we're going to be talking about PUSD Algo coming up. That is a big juggernaut potentially coming up on Pulsechain in terms of a new protocol, and of course the fourth stablecoin and algorithmic too. So we're going to talk about that. PX at the moment is at 1.87 cents, down 8%, and EHEX is at 99/100th of a penny, so just under 1 penny. The combined price of EHEX and PX is at 2.86 cents. So we've faced a lot of resistance on the combined price of PX and EHEX around that 3 cent mark. It's been just over it, just under it, and it is really struggling to just get over that 3 cents. I think once it goes, it's going to go nicely. We'll just have to keep our cool until that point. But that is PX and EHEX. So that is day 252. And let's get into some of the charts here as well. Some of the charts. Let me just just scroll this up a little bit there. We've got, look at that range there, pulse there. So really got a big sell-off there and pretty much capitulated. So we had a high on pulse of 000156. Wow, isn't that awesome? And of course, we got down as low as 000108. So what a massive range today. That put pressure on the stable coins on Pulsechain. We're going to talk about that as well. But that is where we are, 0013 at the moment. So right in the spank bang in the middle. Let's have a look at the hourly so we can see some of that action on the hourly there. That's the action. So wow, we got it all the way up here, 155, and then bam, sold down. Let's have a look at the volume candles. Look at that volume coming there. Wow, look at that. And then push right back up there, 1300. So some big player exiting there on that move. So I was expecting that. I guess many of you were. And because we were just get the hype, but the move up was just so strong. So that's what our move was. So a little bit of selling into there was probably reasonable to expect as well. So where was the top of that move? Let's have a quick look. Top of that move around about 214% in 12 days. So a pretty nice move there for Pulsechain. Now, obviously, we're going to talk about some of the projects coming up because there's heaps of them. So, it's going to be amazing on Pulsechain, basically. Let's have a look here on Pulsex. Pretty similar story as well. Obviously, bond liquidity and all that good stuff. And at the moment, we've got the lows at quadruple 04278. Wow, that's quite a range. The high of quadruple 06756. So, man, volatility right there. And if you were margin trading, it might have caused you some issues, possibly, if you were using famous perpetual trading. But there we are at the highs. That high, quadruple 0675. So we're, getting well on the way back to the mean sacrifice price, which is way up here, right? So we got pretty close to the mean sacrifice price, the last real constraining target to move past. We still got that was a 46% move from the top of that move. And of course, at the moment, we've still got quite a bit of way to go to get back to the mean sacrifice, 92%. So 92% gain sitting there. And we'll see what this, where we can consolidate here. That'd be pretty nice. On the weekly, let's have a look at the weekly. We had a bullish cross, of course, looking very, very nice. And we've got a golden cross and a EMA cross there. It's the EMA cross there, and looking pretty good on the move on the weekly. Now, what was I going to look at this for? Yeah, I was going to look at the RSI. The RSI is still pretty chill, 58 on the weekly. So we're going to get a little consolidation and then another move up. Let's hope so. Fingers crossed. That'd be pretty bullish as well. But we have had quite the move at the moment. So that is Pulsex incentive token. Talker of the town, of course, $3.14. Man, look at this thing. We got all the way up to $4.23. Wow, even I missed that. I wasn't watching at that time. That's what time was that? 2 o'clock. Yeah, I was asleep at that time, so no wonder I didn't see that move. When did I see it? I saw it when it was about $3.60, so around here, and it went up after that all the way up to about $4.20. Got sold down massively down to $2.50. Now back up to $3.14 at the moment. So that's on the hourly there. The daily on the move and the pulse ratio. Let's have a look at that. We were all the way down 8,500. We bounced all the way back up to 28,000 almost. Pretty impressive. We're currently at 24,000 now on the pulse ratio, so doing really well. Now, Richard Hart had some things to say about that. He says up 50% today and 7x in 12 days, but I didn't talk about it. He says, the incentive token. It's very interesting, and here's why. It looks like half, it's only 70 million market cap is in PulseX liquidity pairs with PulseX and Pulse. It's minted only by PulseX farmers. The only people that hold it, farmed it, or got it from somebody who did. The chart kind of looks like leverage on Pulse and PulseX. So there we are, a little comment on incentive token, which I know many of you have been asking, why is it pumping so hard? And that's definitely a nice comment there from Richard. Nice leverage play there as well. Obviously, there's only 22 million coins, and of course, there's some room in the code as well. Obviously, we're waiting to see whether anything will come of that in the future. But that is the play at the moment. And of course, a super uptrend certainly helps with the FOMO, and we have a little bit of a cool down from that trend at the moment. So there we are. That's from Richard Hart on the incentive token. Kind of cool. And let's move to EHEX here. EHEX at the moment is at 00975. Actually, I'll put up to my PHEX here. Let's go to PHEX first. PHEX here at the moment. Wow, similar attitude here. We got up to 2.09 cents, so almost 2.1 cents, and we got sold off all the way down to 1.4. Crazy. Where was I at the time? I don't know, but that's what happened. And of course, you can see it on the alley there, the same dramatic move. And of course, now we're back up at 1.847 cents. Really oversold on that move, that's for sure. And of course, the RSI has cooled off down 66, so maybe that's a nice little breather. Take a little breather on the chart at the moment. Let's look at the MACD as well on the daily. MACD chilling out there, just tapering off here a bit here. So maybe we'll get a bit of consolidation that we've been looking for. Let's go to the weekly. And the weekly there, we've still got our bullish EMA cross there. We've got almost some sort of butterfly doji here. And of course, or maybe even an indecision candle. But that is where we're at the moment, 1.8 cents. So I don't know if that one's, I'm still, feeling like Hex is kind of just getting constrained at that 3 cent mark. But once it goes, I really feel like it's really going to smash it out. The other thing, it's kind of been lagging behind the PulseX and Pulse at the moment, right? So let's see what happens. Maybe it will lead the way. RSI is still pretty chill as well at 56. So that is the place to be. Let's go to EHEX. EHEX as well, man, look at that, all the way sold all the way down to 0.074 with a high of almost 1.1 penny in a day. And of course, that's a massive volatility range there. And we're currently back at 97 hundredths of a penny, trying to get back to that 1 cent mark at the moment. That is EHEX. So that brings us into the validators. Validators at the moment, we're up at, what are we up there? 52,257. Is it that one? No, 52,626 at the moment on the validators. So looking good on the validators. 1.68 trillion is staked with the validators. That is off the market. So it's about 10.25%. Doing very well indeed. Let's go quickly look at the gas prices. 222,000 beats, so slightly higher than what we often see in the last couple of days, but still very cheap. 1 cent for a PulseX swap, 600th of a penny for a Pulsecoin transfer, and 2/10 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. So, we get more higher prices and more use on the chain, then you're going to get slightly higher prices as well. But that being said, we're still 1,500 times cheaper than Ethereum. $15 to do a swap at the moment on Ethereum, so that's kind of cheap for Ethereum at the moment. 5,300 times cheaper than Bitcoin, doing pretty well, and especially compared to all these other chains as well, looking pretty cheap. Now, as you guys know, that's what I talk about all the time is DeFi. A lot of the projects launching on Pulsechain are DeFi, and of course, they allow you to do compounding and profit sharing. These are two attributes of a lot of Pulsechain projects, which are really leading the DeFi revolution. Fully, immutable code and all that sort of stuff. So really, really exciting to see that. We're going to talk more about that when we get to the Pulsechain projects on that one. So let's get into the top PRC20s. We had some actions here. Actually, before we do that, let's go to stablecoins. We're going to start off a little different today. Let's go to stablecoins because obviously with that big sell-off that we had earlier this morning, we had some volatility with the stablecoins. And so let's see what that action looked like. So you can actually see here is the daily on Coast. So Coast is backed by fiat currency, always redeemable for $1. And at the moment, you can see we're at 97. But look at the depegging in here. See that depegging? So pretty dramatic. We got down as low as 89 cents. Wow, wow, wow. So is that our Terra Luna event? Anyway, so that is the movement there, and of course it is a PRC 20. And yeah, let's look at the hourly on that one. This is the hourly. Look at that. So we had that sell off pretty much from the looks of it. That's when we got the volatility back into stablecoin. So CST got affected there. The other one, of course, USDL also got affected as well. And you can see the big range there. We have had a few other big ranges, but this is on the daily. We got down to 86 cents, so even more than Coast, more depegged than Coast. Remember that one USDL is always redeemable for $1 worth of Pulse. But regardless of that, the ARB opportunities, man, it just the demand or the selling pressure will move it one way or the other, and at any particular point in time. So that was the daily. On the hourly there, you can see back at 5 o'clock in the morning, at least my time. That's when we got that huge volatility there, down to 86 cents and a high of $1.02. We also had the converse there with the having a premium there, $1 and almost 8 cents on the top end of the following hour. So look at that range. That's some insane range, 86 cents to $1.08. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. There's currently almost $970,000 liquidity in there, but yeah, definitely back to around peg at the moment, 99.55 cents for USDL. That's some pretty crazy stuff. Remember, there's about 29 million USDL in existence, and there is currently 486,000 in this particular pool here at the moment. So some dramatics there. I just want to point out that on the stable coins, since that was a feature of that pullback overnight and bounce back. So that's kind of the play there. Let's quickly go to the bridge, because the bridge has been a lot of fun to look at. Haven't you guys enjoyed looking at the bridge? Yeah, we got $126.6 million back over the bridge. So good. And we're enjoying that, right? And 42.25 million DAI. So fun. I mean, that was getting down to a low. I think we got, last time I saw it was before the big bull run we were down about 23 mil. So we're almost double that now. Isn't that awesome? So pat yourselves on the back for holding on, because it really has turned out to be good. And then, of course, since that time as well, we've added about $29 million of USDL native stablecoin to Pulsechain also. So internally generated capital, albeit, a lot of that is stuck on the liquid loans protocol. It'd be nice to see a bit more of that moving around. But, when those yields on liquid loans are so high, it's going to take a while for that to probably start moving around a bit more. And that's what you want. You want to get stable coins, but you also want them to move around a bit so that you get some value appreciation from that. But in any case, DAI has really absolutely jumped massively. So good. All right. So those are the highlights for day 252. We're going to be starting day 253, of course. But let's get into some of the other categories. We're going to get into top PRC 20s. Before we do that, though, let's get back in the chat there, take a little breather, and see who else has jumped in there. Yeah, if you're new to the channels, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell, all that good stuff. I'm just going to find out where I got up to back here. Let me see. Definitely got a sandy beach there, and Bob says it's short. It's been a fun few weeks. Certainly has. You guys held on, and it's paid dividends, isn't it? What the heck's up, says Lance. Yeah, indeed. We got sandy beach. It's the beach. No, I think you were pretty much in the snow on that video. I know that's not what you're talking about, but pretty sure that video was pretty cool. It looked like something out of a movie almost, didn't it? You had the snow moving to the side. Well, it's summer here in New Zealand, so it's looking good. Well, redemptions rewards is good. Yeah, look, you've been crushing it on the liquid lines with those redemption rewards. Has been very good. Solid, it says, hello all. Good to see you, Solid. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, if you want to join Strategy Club, join up. That's multi-chain. We look for some great opportunities. Join up to that with Wiki's link for sure. Who else has jumped in here? Bob Wells says $3.20 ink token is crazy. Yeah, well, it was over $4. So there we go. $3.20 now. Let's see what else there. Jumping down through some of this. JL's in the house there. Good to see you, JL, aka Crypto Junior Man, although that's the former name, right? Former name. Who else is there? Do we have Brian? I don't see Brian in the chat. Brian jumped in the chat. I haven't seen. Oh, there's Brian. Brian's there. somewhere Brian is. I haven't seen his comments as normal. Bob says, okay, summertime. Oh, it's supper time here for my breaths. I'm not sure what I'm feeding them 3.5 ink tokens today. That's funny. What else there? We've got North Face announced there. Hi, everybody. Pulsechain and Pulsex are designed for 10,000x. I like that one, North Face. Feeling the FOMO. A long-term hold for sure. Yeah, $1.07 on USDL. That's pretty crazy. But, you know, where they do DPEG, don't they? Building a staker ladder and chill. Get paid. Trustless yield every day. Says Tintop. Absolutely. Check out the Duck said feed my pulse. Yeah, we saw Duck token launch, so we did check that out. I think I added it to the main list. I can't remember now. Good morning, Superman, says Japon. Hey, Japon, good to see you too. A big holo all from Japon there. Stressful Struggle says Ink will probably go into hundreds of dollars, says Stressful Struggle. EHEX is going to be the play soon, says Stressful Struggle there. So there's a couple of tips there from Stressful Struggle if you're looking for some potential opportunities. Let's get back in the top PRC20s that have been rocking the Pulsechain. And let's do by liquidity there. Now, everything's pretty much down. What we got there for PDI, 007465. Wrap Bitcoin's really come off 28.5%, but that was pretty dramatic oversold, $54. And going to keep a watch on this, but unfortunately, this got sold off down there. So a bit of a fake out by somebody decided to sell into that whole move. So we'll keep a watch on Wrap Bitcoin though. As it follows, you know, the Bitcoin narrative in a bull run. That would be pretty fun to see. Treasury Bull and Teddy Bear both down as well, 9 and 13%. Atropa is down 70%, obviously. Now we're going to look at two meme coins here. SHIB is down 18%. Man, a lot of these are really down a lot. I mean, they're really oversold, but that's what happens. You know, those leaders, Pulsechain, Pulsex move up, and when they have a little bit of a volatility correction, often you see the PRC20s get smashed. Now they go up, really amazing. They also go down, really amazing as well on the downside. Now we've got Pepe is down 19% at the moment, so some of these might be good opportunities to pick off some. Some of these kind of underplayed, so if you can find them in a good range. So look at SHIB at the moment. Yeah, SHIB really pulled off there. Nice little uptrend, but pulled off there at the moment. Just to take it a bit off the top, as it were. Pepe has been a bit slow moving, isn't it, from memory? So look at Pepe. Yeah, Pepe come down quite a bit there. Actually had a decent move as well, but down about 50%. So might be a little good pick up here somewhere at the moment, kind of back to the resistance. So yeah, let's see what happens there with Pepe. Everything's pretty much down. Just trying to look for something that's up. Axis Affinity, it's up a little bit. Little liquidity though, 4.5k. That is kind of the leader there. Let's go to what's the next category? You guys know it, meme coins. I don't know if I've added Duck Token here. I'm still doing a little bit more on that. Now, Duck Token obviously had a big launch, but you know, have to get head around that first before I start talking about it. See if it's safe and all that. So we've got Axis Alive has to come off a bit there, 9%. Axis Alive actually performing like a boss, isn't it? It's been doing very well indeed. Look at that chart. Got all the way up to what, $24,300. Currently at $19,500 at the moment. So really hyper pumped on this one. Oh, just got sold down a bit further there too. 18, just under 19,000 at the moment. So that is doing very well from Axis Alive. He's an influence on the Pulsechain Hex space. TA guy. Note Token is down 10% at 0011. Down there, it's Randy Alaski's one. Be keeping a lookout on that. Hex Orange Address down 18%. Reflux is down 9%. What else is doing there? Poor Pleb down 13% there. Dodge down 11%. And Pulse Dodge, man, what a big down that is, 34%. Let's have a quick look at that. Pulse Dodge down quite a bit. Look at that sell off there on Pulse Dodge at the moment. So it might be a reasonable pickup there on that one. 0027 at the moment. BitBoy Ben. Now, BitBoy Ben or Ben Armstrong's going to be doing a video on Pulsechain and Hex. So that should reach quite a big audience. So looking forward to that. That is down 1% at the moment. So when those videos come out, a Ben token might really move. Like it's already obviously on an uptrend here. Had some big volume come in today, obviously with the volatility range there. But this you know might benefit from those videos that he's going to be putting out, I believe, next week. I think they're due. So you know, go follow that up. Obviously not financial advice, but you know, just playing. Sometimes those things happen, right? He puts out some videos, and then the Ben token pumps even more, hyper pumps. but definitely it's currently up at sort of previous resistance range. But if this videos come out, might hyper pump the old Ben token there. More token down there at the moment, down 10%. That's from Trayvon down there at the moment. What else there? Floppy Slippers down 5%. Pepperlorian down 7%. Pretty small liquidity on some of those pairs, of course. Let's get to the main event. Do you like the main event? Oh, main event other than the Richard Hart stuff is Pulsechain projects, category number 4. And we're looking by, everything's pretty much down. So everything taken breather. All those green days have made you green, green envy or something. Or green, was it gold? Was that gold fever? Green fever. All that green fever. We're down today, obviously on a pullback. So maybe a chance for opportunity. We'll just see whether it can hold itself up and consolidate rather than retrace, right? We start getting a lot of retraces, but we'll see how we go. Just really needs a cool off on the RSI. Everything is down except for BBC on the Ethereum side. It's up 12% at 1.1 cents. Weight token is up 5% as well. So Coast is doing okay there. Everything else is pretty much down. Yeah, Weight token is really the only one there. Holy is up 6%. That's pretty much it. So everything is pretty much down on that one. Which is down the most? What is down the most? Let's have a look here. What is down the most? Daytona Finance. Now, didn't they have some new pools today? Daytona Finance, I'm pretty sure they had some stablecoin pools or something like that today. Pretty sure, but it's down 28%. Right, that leads us into the discussion of Pulsechain, some of the news, to news, as we say. Pulsechain has generated over $20 million in direct volume in the last 24 hours, surpassing the volume of many other chains. How about that? So that is the DEX aggregator Pulsechain. Definitely one of our favorite picks, of course, amongst the blue chips on Pulsechain. Always a good idea to have, a good blue chip portfolio because they're likely to do very well in the bull market. So kind of neat there. So that's Pulsechain. Well done to them. And their price chart has obviously been performing pretty well. Obviously a bit of pullback today, but that is pretty neat on Pulsechain. The other big news, of course, is Coast. Now, this is probably the biggest news of the day, is that they've actually added some big additions to Coast. And obviously, if you want to use Coast, that is to on-ramp to onboard fiat directly to Pulsechain, you can use Coast to do that. And Brian's link is our community leader. His link is in the video description. He may even post it in the chat there if he's there. But Coast is a place to join if you want to directly onboard fiat currency to Pulsechain. Use the Coast. It is pretty amazing. And Brian's links in the video description. He's just number 2 on the referral champions list because he really helps to onboard people onto Pulsechain. So if you like to support people that are doing that, then support Brian and use this Coast. You get a 5,000 weight tokens as well the first time you use it. So you get some nice free coins there, weight token coins, which is the coin of Coast. Now live in 99 countries. I think we're sitting at around 50 countries, something like that. Now we're at 99, so almost 100 countries are now able to use this. So that might include you. These new countries that's got added today. So let's go through some of these. We've been busy adding 48 more countries from across the world. Pulsechain is going global, and that is true. So we're going to retweet that. That's pretty neat. Let's go back and have a look at some of these updates that they have been doing here. So they have now, Pulsechain is now available to DeFi enthusiasts in the following African nations. Algeria. So if you're in Algeria, Angola, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Chad, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Kenya, Madagascar. Now we all know Madagascar from the Disney movies or whatever. Malawi, Mali, Morocco, Mozambique, Nigeria, Senegal, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zambia there. So the continent of Africa can onboard directly onto Pulsechain. Yay! So tell your friends in Africa, or if you're in Africa, spread the word. It's kind of cool. It's a good place. Obviously, Pulsechain is very user-friendly for people to get on board. Very cool. Now, I think there's something like 67 countries in Africa. So I think they've even got more room to move to add even more countries in Africa there. So that's pretty cool. All right, so nice there. And what else? We had more European countries have been added to our platform. They've added Cyprus, Iceland, Isle of Man, Monaco, Romania, and Serbia there. So Europe is also included. They've got some range of maps here. But if you're in one of those countries, that you're also added, which is pretty cool. In fact, I might as well retweet that on here. Let's retweet that around there. Definitely get out there and retweet I'll post the Coast link here if you want to go and retweet some of these. It's well worth doing. Bam. Oh, there we are. There's Brian's link. Thanks, boss. Get your free weight token here. So that is 5,000. You get 5,000 of those as well when you're on board. So pretty cool. All right. I think they've got cheap fees on at the moment too. So that's another thing you can do. All right. So that is not the right one there. What the fudge is that? That was not the. That is the wrong link. Sorry about that. I'm not even on there. So that's the wrong link there. I have no idea what that link is for. What was that link? No, that's the wrong link. So my bad. Let me copy that again. That's my video, my live stream video. That is the link there. So if you want to retweet some of the stuff on Coast, that's the one to use. Kind of cool. All right, so nice there. But they've got more countries. Wait, there's more. Yeah. The following additional countries in Asia. So if you're in Asia, you can access Pulsechain too. Bangladesh, Burma, aka Myanmar, Cambodia, Hong Kong, Kazakhstan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, and Uzbekistan there. So kind of cool. I think there are a lot of the ones in here. So pretty cool. That is Asia. You can use that too. Cool. Let's repost that. And what else? We've added countries in Caribbean: Aruba, Barbados, Bermuda Triangle, British Virgin Islands, Cayman Islands, the Bahamas, and Virgin Islands. Now, obviously, this is some of the most beautiful place in the world in the Caribbean there. So I know that there may be a Hex Island out in the Caribbean at some stage. So yeah. The team were looking at one the other day. Now I got to repost that too. Let's repost that 1,400. Let's go. We got more. Wait, there's more. So they've added all these countries pretty much today, I guess. So cool. We've added more new countries to Central and South America: Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Peru. Now we know that South America, they're really getting onto crypto big time. So if you're out there in Latin America, I know we have some people that watch from Latin America there. Or South America, and so definitely spread the word. Ecuador, El Salvador, Guatemala, and Peru. Yeah. So the 48 countries we added today have a combined population of greater than 2.5 billion. So the potential market is massive. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to repost all that. That's really, really a lot of posting there, but pretty cool. And that is from the Coast team. So looking and doing well there. So hats off to them, big time for that. That is a major addition. What do you guys think here? I think you guys agree. I think you guys agree with that. Pretty powerful stuff. Let's see who else has jumped in here. Let me scroll back up here. Brian is here. Woohoo! Never fear. Anyone know why P-Drip crashed 80%? No, not in particular. We'll look at that chart the other day. Maybe it was in Discord we looked at it. I don't know if we looked at it on live stream, but I did look at it where it pulled back down. I think it was $11 when I looked at it. So it may have been sold off a bit more there. There may just be a big whale there, right, that sold that down. Hard to say. Maybe we'll check that out. Actually, let me see if we got P-Dip on the... let me just quickly have a look. I haven't even got that up at the moment. Let me get out of that one there and have a look at P-Drip quickly. And we'll go to pulling this up 1 moment. Pulsechain projects, P-Drip. $9.84. So it's, I mean, it's at the bottom of the range, not too bad at the moment, actually. So if we ever pull up P-Drip there, P-Drip there is down at $9.90. So yeah, a bit of a retrace, but actually, you know, it did come off $4.98. So yeah, it's so there. Hopefully that answers your question. They're still up pretty well there. Where is Brian Law? Yeah, there, yeah. Let me see there. Just jump through some of those. Let me jump through all those comments. Pump PTS, yeah, PTS doing really well, isn't it? Sandy Beach says I had to increase the gas fees on Pulsechain. Let's talk about yield, says Fast Abdul. Yeah, if you haven't, Fast Abdul is a project leader for, was it 2PHUX? And he did a live stream with Rags to Riches. So if you haven't checked that out, check out Rags to Riches and 2PHUX there to leverage the PHUX protocol. I'm up to 37 referrals joined. Woohoo, says Brian. Nice one there. Well done. You're sitting just behind Crypto Coffee, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, big up for Africa. Big up. Yeah, so big expansion into Africa from Coast. That was an amazing list of countries. We got Matt and Bali in house there. Howdy, suit man. Good to see you, Matt. Yeah, Matt says, what are people using to onboard fiat to Coast? Is it Wise Transfer? Yeah, let Matt know that, Alan, because obviously I don't use it because it's not using that protocol. I do love it, but it's not actually using it at the moment. It just depends whether it's useful for you at the moment. Probably View says, great info and commentary. Probably appreciate that. Thank you. Brian says, there are a few ways, Matt, have to see what works best in your location in terms of what method you use to onboard your fiat. Yeah. Kazakhstan, very nice. Yes, Borat would be very happy with that. Yeah, Borat's home is Kazakhstan. Tintot says, thanks, man. I learned some geography today. I didn't know Isle of Man was its own country. I'm smarter every day at watching your streams. Says Tintot. Nice one. Looks like that's the only one to use down under, but just checking what others have been using down under. Well, Easy Crypto, Matt. Easy Crypto is what most people are using down under. It's also good. So Easy Crypto is very easy onboarding, and it's used South Africa, Brazil, I think it is, Australia, and New Zealand can use Easy Crypto. Very good site there. If anyone wants a link, let them know in Discord, and I'll give you a link to it. On the crash was PDRIP Treasury price. Okay, cool. Well, it sounds like you knew the answer to the question that you asked, so you're just shilling, were you? Just shilling it. It was a bit of a setup for the influencer on the channel. All right, so let's move on. All right, let's go on to PUSD Algo. So obviously this has been reset, so it's looks like it's been reset for another 34 days or 35 days. So PUSD Algo is going to be potentially huge on Pulsechain, the fourth stablecoin, but it's going to be full on algorithmic, which means it's going to be able to scale and have potentially big TVL. So this is back up. So at the moment, you can get a referral bonus of 19% if you use the link in the video description. The other thing is if you do over $1,000 inclusive of the referral, you can get a second bonus called the Bonus X, and that's between 1.01 and 2x. So it's a random number you won't know until you actually hit the $1,000 inclusive of the referral bonus. So you start off by winning by using referral bonus of 90%, and you can see good examples here. This person here got a referral bonus of 90%. They were obviously over $1,000, and then they ended up getting the Bonus X automatically. They got a bonus of 1.62, which took their initial amount with referral up to $17,000 from $10,000 or $11,000, and then they get for every dollar they sacrifice, they get 20 algo, 200 flex, and 0.01 wrap PUSD. Now, wrap PUSD is the reward version of the PUSD there, and so that for every their $17,000, they got 355,000 algo, 3.5 million flex tokens, which is the incentive token or reward token on the platform, and wrap PUSD there as well, $177 of that. So that's how it works there. The cool thing about this is that people are going to be able to mint PUSD, which is like an amazing brand name, right, for Pulsechain in terms of a stable coin. PUSD is like the best, actually, isn't it? Obviously, we've got CST for Coast, we've got USDL for liquid loans, we've got PXDC for the upcoming Power City Earn protocol. But PUSD's got to be the best brand name, right? That's a no-brainer. Now, obviously, there's going to be multiple tokens. It's going to be Algo token, it's going to be a bit like the Luna token, and PUSD is like the CST token for Terra Luna. But it's not going to be, human operated with some flaws. It's going to be full DeFi and no humans involved. It's going to be, a miner bot's going to be operating with limit orders to keep the currency pegged. And in any case, people can issue and redeem stable coins without even using the trading on the Pulsechain, which is pretty cool. Now, we saw with the algorithmic stablecoin that was running as a prototype that just got pulled back down the other day, 2 days ago, I think it was. It had made so much fees, so it looks really profitable as well. So very excited about this. the stability miner will be the real kingpin. People will be able to provide liquidity to help support the stability bot doing its mining and limit orders and things. So this is really, really bullish. People will be able to add all sorts of different liquidity types tokens. So it's going to be quite wide ranging as well. So it's going to be pretty cool. Now, PUSD is also going to be pegged to, based on what our last knowledge, pegged to USDL, so liquid lines as well. So it's going to have all that support, stability port from that. You're going to be able to earn on the protocol too, which is pretty neat with the Flex token. Everything you do, you're going to earn Flex on here. So whether you're staking, minting, or stability miner, or swapping, everything earns you a bit of Flex, which is pretty cool. And you're going to get paid fees out of the V3 DEX, which is going to have a V3, probably 1% pool, and you'll be able to get some sweet fees from that too. So nice. You'll be able to stake your Algo and PUSD and get some more Algo and PUSD stablecoins as rewards. They're going to be far more modest than what they had on Terra Luna, which is like 20%. They're probably, this is kind of indicated here, but they've indicated 8.7% for Algo, set 3.7% for PUSD. So a really nice conservative sort of place to park some capital as well. They'll obviously be redeeming, being able to redeem stablecoins for it back to Algo and swap as well. So the cool thing about this, obviously, is that Algo can just continue to expand, and that means the PUSD can also continue to expand. There's no real limitations there. So the TVL could get really big, and now stablecoins could really get large as well. So it's going to be fun to see that. Full DeFi algorithmic solution. Sacrifice is open, been extended, and of course, it was for 45 days, now being extended for another at least 35 days here. So ticking away. So if you want to get involved with that, make sure you do your due diligence, not financial advice, of course. There are some docs here as well if you want to read the docs. And I've done a couple of videos with Jacob from PUSD Algo, and you can go watch those on the channel. I've done 2 of those videos, so check that out as well. And you can participate in that. It's going to be pretty huge, could be massive, and I'm excited about it. We're waiting for a bit more news from Jacob about it as well. So as soon as we know that, we'll let you know what's happening in the PUSD Algo space. But now that Pulsechain's on a real uptrend, man, this thing could get exciting, right? With a full stablecoin algorithmic, fully DeFi solution. It's going to be fun. Now, it is a bit more speculative than other projects, but man, the upside could potentially huge. So kind of cool. Probably the last final thing I'll say is that 75% of the Sacrifice funds raised will go straight into the protocol day one. So you're not going to be wondering where the Sacrifice money went. 50% is going in liquidity pools for all the different pairs that it needs to set up, and 25% going into stability miner. So fantastic. So if you want to participate, you can use any of these coins on a Pulsechain or Ethereum and just send them to the Sacrifice address here, ends in E223, and that's it. And then you'll get credited on the site here with your Sacrifice coins, as you can see everyone else below there, which is pretty cool. There's 106 pages of people that have participated. So get involved if that's something that you like, with potentially big upside and moderate capital expense. It's going to be pretty cool. All right, we're going to get the Hex Day stats. I've been trying to talk about Hex Day stats a couple of times, but keep getting keep the show so fast. We're just waiting for a lot of protocols to launch. That's kind of where we are at the moment. So hex.com, check it out. Links in the video description. And of course, you can buy Hex and then you can mine it for more Hex. That's pretty much what you can do there. Now, we haven't really covered the last couple of days because they haven't been out, but we had 6.8 Hex and 6.8 Hex on both days. So they're doing pretty well on Pulsechain. On Ethereum, we've had 6.7, 6.8 Hex on both of the last 2 days as well. We're waiting for day 1509, of course, to come out. But that is where we are with Hex. So get back into the chat and let me know if anyone else has got any cool things to go by. Yeah, PulseBot is obviously with Jacob's system has been doing very well. Just launched that. So, getting some cool stuff. We're waiting for TYRH V4. We're waiting for TYCZ, which is DeFi Binance, and that's going to be fun. I'm really excited about that. And of course, PUSD Algo, which I just covered. So Jacob's ecosystem is going to be massive on Pulsechain, real full on DeFi. And of course, there's going to be a lot of compounding and profit sharing in there. It's so cool. I love it. I love it. So really is fantastic. Let's get into some of these comments. We get up to here. We've got, hi everyone, was listening to Rags this morning, the interview Power to PX is genuine, different team to PX is genuine, yeah. Well, we've got Fast Abdul in the house here. He's the team member is Fast Abdul. He's the one that runs that project. Jacob is smart. He is indeed. We love his DeFi innovations. Superman, easy link will be nice for me. It's more about getting set up for when I unload an off-ramp. Yeah, sweet as. Well, Matt, just hit me up in the Discord and I'll give you that link. I don't have it here right now, unfortunately, but I'll give you that link. So I think it's already in Discord links, but I'll give it to you. If anyone else wants the easy crypto link to on-ramp, off-ramp, easy in the crypto, it's fantastic service. Then hit me up in Discord and I'll post that. All right, that if you're in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Brazil, that's something you can use. All right, cool. Are we up to? Have we got the dates there? I'm not sure. 509. No, not out yet. Anyway, if you haven't joined our Discord, let's get to that. So Discord there. How we did for time? 15 minutes. So if you haven't joined our Discord, we have two different types of memberships. So we have our general Discord membership, which is $5 a month, so it's 16 cents a day. Now that gets you access to everything, all the information around Pulsechain Hex. We got all the on ramps, off ramps, all those sort of links like that. We got all the project links in there. We got cool charts around the projects, all that sort of stuff. The ecosystem on Pulsechain. We've obviously got about 1,250 members, so you're getting to chat with like-minded people on the same journey as you. We've got super smart people in the chat. In particular, we've got a really cool moderator team, which are fantastic. They've really across a lot of the projects. So if you have any questions, we also have, I think we're pretty much the only one with a crypto helpline, which is pretty valuable. I mean, that gets used all the time. People are in there asking questions nonstop. So definitely a good place to be if you've got lots of questions and you want to get some help, because I don't think anyone else has got anything like that. So kind of cool. And yeah, I'm in there regularly as well. It's definitely a cool place. We also got an awesome community leader, Brian, who is the boss and helps onboard and help people all the time. So big shout out to Brian, and of course all the moderators in the team. Now, if you also want to get into multi-chain, we also got a private club there inside Discord that you can only see if you join Strategy Club. It's $35 a month, and we talk about a lot of the cool projects on multi-chain, Ethereum, BNB, Pulsechain, all stuff that you can consider looking at. Obviously, it's a bit riskier than a lot of the stuff we typically talk about on Pulsechain, but the returns could be particularly healthy, and it's a good diversification play. So Strategy Club is a pretty cool place to be, and we have a lot of early intel and think about strategies and stuff like that. So cool place to be. All right, and that is that. We got any of the days out yet? We're still waiting for the Hex states out. I'm so fast these days that I keep missing the Hex daily stats, which is my favorite there. But we did read out the last couple of days. We're on day 1510 now. Can you believe it? Man, time is moving fast. All right, Matt says saw easy cracking the biggest bubble on Bubbles Go Pulse yesterday. It wasn't like 400%. Not quite sure what you're saying there, Matt. Easy cracking the biggest bubble. Pulsechain was, yeah, Pulsechain bubbles. We had a look at that yesterday. If that's what you're referring to, Pulsechain, Pulse bubbles. Even Hex was up there. It was pretty awesome. Kind of cool. We got the stats out? No, it's still not out yet. All right. Well, we may cover those tomorrow then, and leave it at that. Hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream today. Man. Good little breather in Pulsechain. And let's see whether we can consolidate here. Maybe it's a good place to pick up. Definitely keep looking at the RSI, and we'll see how we get on today. Today's going to be pretty important in terms of holding up a consolidated level, as opposed to having another down day, which means that you could hold off to buy a bit later. So we'll see how we get on. All right, I think that's it. Let's play a cool video on the way out. What should we play? Let's play another Richard Hart kicker. Here we go. All right, peace out, everybody. Subscribe, like, share the bell. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Pulsechain, Pulse Gains. All right, bye for now.
Pulsechain has higher throughput, better security, lower environmental impact to the point of nearly none. Is a newer coin with more features, is faster than Bitcoin, but Bitcoin has an $800 billion market cap. Pulsechain doesn't. Why? Well, we're new. We're on the way, right? Things will get better, in my opinion. So and for you listening, is that a forward-looking price statement? Nope, not a forward-looking price statement, not financial advice. So we've got a wonderful network. We've got wonderful features. We've got wonderful airdrop. There's, you can
You can do lending on the Pulsechain network. There's projects that let you borrow coins. There's projects that let you, there's stable coins on Pulsechain. There's all types of stuff people have launched on Pulsechain. Guys, the network is good. Works great. Oh, and the bridge is free too. Somebody set the bridge to 0 fee so that using the bridge has no fee both directions. So if you go to bridge.pulsechain.com, there's no fees currently. In, out, either way, no fees. Now you're going to pay a fee on the Ethereum network. Nothing you can do about that. That's Ethereum's side, right? So you got a great network and you got a ton of free coins. And it's been worked flawlessly for 7 months. Go make it great, guys. Launch stuff on it, use it, build fiat on-ramps, make a money transmitter in your state, make a licensed money transmitter in your state, and you can, make the community better.